a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one and another first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. That one goes for 36 yards. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Normally when you put together a 3-4 defense, you want massive people up front who can eat up blockers and allow the linebackers to run free. But how about the big fella right there? Breaking all codes and getting into the backfield and making the play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, That's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Chris Wormley in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Two seconds to go, 1st quarter. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Back to throw here. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Kirksey in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. He completes it to Bryant. 23 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Browns getting set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, it's Corey Coleman. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there at 22. They're going to look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Isaiah Crowell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A minute 59 to go in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. On second down, Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Back 99, Philly. Let's go. Green, 30. All right, now look at 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And a loose football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll look to throw. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Gets a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll drop the throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is knocked down from the side. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Back to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The scoring update from the southern edge of Ohio down in Cincinnati, and the Bengals have extended their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, eluding the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They go play action here on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Christian Kirksey in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. He'll air this one. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats inbounds.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He finds Coleman, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. But he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Green 39.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Frank's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll look to throw here. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
been rolling on the freeway. I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much. And I'm